again, my little yarnivores and spiderettes. Fiber Spider back again with the continuation of the Bruges lace shawl. And a big old thank you to Lion Brand for sponsoring me for this video and providing the yarn. Thank you very much. And thank you, all of you, for joining me once again. So, at the end of the first part, we just did our U-turn, and now I'm going to show you how to create straight Bruges lace and connect as you go, which it fascinates me. I don't know why, but it does. You know, simple things amuse me. What can I say? And I'm going to show you where we're going to get up to our next U-turn, and then pretty much from there, it's smooth sailing. All right, so without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? Okay. All right, so for this part of the tutorial, I'm not going to be using the counter because at this point, except for when you're doing the U-turns, you really don't need it, believe it or not. You don't have to worry. So we're going to start by chaining up 6 and doing 4 double crochets just as we have been for the most part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And turn the work. And then into each of the 4 stitches, just double crochet. It's as easy as that. Now on the way back, we need to connect. That's kind of the magic of Bruges lace. It's so magical. All right, so chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And we're going to sort of ignore this cluster here, if you will. And we're going to go into that first loop and slip stitch. And then turn the work. And then going back into these 4 stitches with double crochets. Wait a minute, did I do a chain 3? Nope, I did a slip stitch. Nope, my bad. After chaining 3 and slip stitching, you have to do a chain 3 on the way back. Yes. See? It'll make sense, trust me. So chain 3, slip stitch to that loop, chain 3, turn, and then do your 4 double crochets. Like I've done this so much, you would think that I would know what I'm doing. Don't tell anybody. All right, so we've got our 4 doubles, very good. And then because we're on the top edge here, well, we don't need to connect. It's only down here that we need to connect. So chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, turn, and 4 doubles. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 3. And then into the next loop, slip stitch, chain 3, turn the work, and then into these double crochets, 4 double crochets. You know, hence why I'm not using the row counter right now, because as you can see, it's really not that crucial. You know, it's more about gauging where you're at as opposed to actually counting the rows, which I really like. Okay, so chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, turn the work, 4 doubles, 1, 2, 3, and 1 more. And if you got through the first part of this tutorial and you're still with me, I applaud you, because that actually is, I would say, the trickiest part of this entire pattern. You know, pretty much from here almost to the very end, it's smooth sailing. So now we chain 3. You know, so if you're still with me, you are a brave soul. All right, so after chaining 3, we slip stitch into the next loop. And then chain 3 again, and then work our way back into the tape again with 4 doubles. Okay, and then chain 6, turn the work, and then 4 doubles, chain 3, and then we're going to go into the next loop down below and slip stitch, chain 3, turn the work again, and 4 doubles. Chain 6, turn the work, 4 doubles. See, this is the easy part. I like the easy part. Chain 3, slip stitch to the next loop, chain 3, turn the work, 4 doubles, woo, hello, chain 6, turn the work again, 4 doubles, and this is what I like to call mindful stitching, because you can think about whatever you want to think about. Okay, and as you can see, we've created some really awesomely lovely lace connecting to itself. And that's what I'm talking about, the magic of Bruges lace. Just sort of does its own thing. All right, so we are almost to the end here. Now, if you examine this, okay, we're going to do one more joined loop, okay? And then we're going to leave this one alone. We're going to leave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 loops at the bottom alone. Yes, we are. But we are going to go into this one, and then we're going to keep going on for a little bit, and then we're going to make another U-turn. I'm going to do that for you on camera, of course, because I want to make sure that you guys get it, and I like to be thorough. At the risk of being redundant, I want to be thorough. All right, so let's press on, shall we? Okay. All right, so where we left off, we still need this one last loop connected. So going to chain 3, 1, 2, 2, and 3, slip stitch into this loop, chain 3, turn, and 4 doubles, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4 more doubles. Now, at this point, we do not have to connect anymore because we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 free loops from where we started. Right now, we're just going to do some straightaway tape. Okay, so after chaining up 6, by the way, I'm going to show you how to make it a little bit easier on yourself as opposed to flipping your entire work. Okay, so from here, do our 4 doubles. And like I said, we don't need to connect, so chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turn the work just like this. Do your 4 doubles. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 6. And then turn the work back. That way, the majority of your piece can just lay flat and do what it does and just sort of hang out, All right, so from here, 4 doubles. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And 2. And 3. And 4. Chain 6. Turn the work. And 4 more doubles. Like so. All right, now, as I previously mentioned, okay, when you have 2 free loops at the bottom, that is when you start a new U-turn, just like we had down here. Now it looks like, oh, I've got a crazy amount of loops. Okay, there's a way of pinpointing and looking closely. Okay, see, we've got our 2 free loops. Then immediately thereafter, you can see that after the second free loop down here, right here, you can see that the next row right here is a wedge. So then over here, we have 2 free loops. Well, then the next row is going to be a wedge. So that being said, we're going to do another U-turn. This time it's going to go like that. And now another option, which I didn't mention previously, but this is open to you. If you want a shawl that isn't quite so floppy at the edges, you can do your U-turn after just 1 free loop. However, I did try this, and the problem that I came into with was that instead of a more elongated triangle, it was a much more sharper point. It was more like this as opposed to like this. It was more of an acute triangle as opposed to a obtuse triangle. It's been a while since geometry, folks. So the thing is that if you want a sharper point, then I would say, do your U-turns after just 1 free loop. The only thing is that, you don't get the length so much as you get the height. So it would come down really, really far down your back if you do just say 1 free loop. If you do 2, then it's much longer, okay? Again, dealer's choice. I'm just putting that out there as an option to you as far as styling is concerned, all right? So without further ado, we are going to do our next U-turn. Alrighty. All right, deja vu. It's row 1 again. Alrighty, so since again we have our 2 free loops at the base, all I did was flip the work. This was, the other way. So we've got our 2 free loops. So we're going to start in with our chaining of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then turn the work. Start with a single, then a half double, and then 2 doubles. Row 2, chain 6, turn the work, 2 doubles, then a half double, and then a single. Oh. It wants to evade me. All right. Row 3, chain 6, turn the work, start with a single, then a half double, then 2 doubles. Row 4, chain 6, turn the work, 2 doubles, then a half double, and then a single. Row 5, chain 6, turn the work, start with your single, then a half double, then 2 doubles. Row 6, chain up 6, pick up sticks. Turn the work, 2 doubles, half double, and then a single. All right, then row 7, that is where things come together. All right, so going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, then go through the first 3 loops available to you, pull through all 3 and through the last loop there, chain 3, turn the work, single crochet, half double, double, and double. Ta-da! We have our second U-turn complete. Yes, we do. Alrighty. All right, so after doing the U-turn, we're going to be doing the exact same thing as we had been doing, so it's just basically on the upside, the outer side, it would be chaining of 6 and 4 doubles, and then doing a chaining of 3, slip stitching, and so on and so forth, all the way across, again, more mindful stitching, all the way across all these loops. You would do exactly as we had done right down in here until you reach near the end. Now, here's the kicker. When you reach near the end, you'll notice, okay, that you have a point that comes out directly out of the side. Do not go into this one. No, this would be the last one that you actually work into. This straightaway one, leave this one alone. So basically, what it amounts to is you would leave 4 unworked loops. 1, 2, 3, and 4 every time for consistency. You would do all these across, and then this would be the last one. And then you would keep going in the straightaway fashion, not connected, until you have 2 loops at the bottom sticking down. Then you would do another U-turn. Okay? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some magic off camera, and I'm going to show you what I mean. I'm not going to do the actual U-turn again on camera, but I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. All right? So I will meet back up with you, and we will go from there. All right, my dear. So I've been stitching a bit, and so obviously that is where we started down there. And again, we have 2 at the base here, and it's a total of 4 that are not connected. 1, 2, 3, and 4, just like up and around over here. We've got 2 at the base, and then we have that little pie wedge, right? Then continuing around over this way, we have 2 open, so then there would be a pie wedge starting here for another U-turn, right? Well, that is how you would keep going back and forth to create this lovely shawl. Now, obviously, this is not an entire shawl. This is just a practice piece, but this will definitely give you the gist of what you need in order to get to the very end, which I'm going to show you how you can finish off your piece so that it has a more cohesive look as opposed to just, having a flippy floppy tail. I'm going to show you how you can connect it back on itself, like I did as I showed previously, right here, so that it has a more cohesive look, and I hope you guys like it. So we shall continue on. Alrighty. Okay, so again, we're going to be doing another one of our U-turns to finish up our piece. Now, when your piece is as wide as you want it at the top, what you're going to do is, instead of having 2 open loops at the bottom, just have 1, okay? All you need is 1. All right, then, so you have your 1 bottom loop, and then, work your top, and then we're going to start in on our pie wedges. Okay, so for row 1, we are going to do pie wedges, and so on and so forth for a number of rows, so it pays to keep count. So for right now, we're going to start by, of course, chaining 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and turn the work, and single crochet, half double, 2 doubles. Okay, row 2, chain 6, two doubles, half double, and a single. And yes, we're going to be doing essentially just pie wedges, but it is important to keep track of the count, so that's why I'm doing it on camera. All right, so for row 3, chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, turn the work, single, half, double, and double. Row 4, 6 chains. Turn the work. Two doubles. Half double and a single. Row 5. Chain 6. Whoop, whoop, there we go. Single. Half double. Double. And double. Okay. Row 6. Chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turn the work. Two doubles. Pull out some more yarn. Half double and single. Row 7. Chain 6. Turn the work. Single. Half double. 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 Okay. Row 8. Chain 6. Turn the work. Two doubles. Half double. And single. 9. Chain 6. Turn. Single. Half. And two doubles. Row 10. Chain 6. Turn. Two doubles. Half double. And woo! Single. Alrighty. Alright, row 11. Chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turn the work. Single. Half. Two doubles. Row 12. Chain 6. Turn the work. Two doubles. Half double and single. Row 13. single, half, double, double, 14. We're getting there. Trust me, we are getting there. Chain 6. Turn the work. 2 doubles. Half double. And single. 15. Turn that work. Single, half, double, and double. Whew, okay. Okay, now row 16 is going to be a little bit different, but this is why I do it by the numbers, because it makes more sense that way, So for row 16, it is going, we're on the outside edge, okay? Now, what we need to do is we actually need to connect into this loop here, okay? Just breathe, breathe, and we can do this. I know this is going to sound really weird, but okay, so from here, going to chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, and then, this is the one I always said, don't go into this one. Well, in this case, we are. So after chaining up 3, slip stitch. Also, be sure that your work is not twisted. Okay, I can't stress that enough. Okay, so slip stitch into here, into that edge loop, slip stitch into there. Okay, then chain 3. Okay, then go towards these center loops by doing 2 doubles, a half double, and then your single, and that's for row 16. So right now, this is now partially connected. However, we still need to cinch up all these loops, and that we're going to do on the next row. Okay, now row 17, again, we have to sort of have everything come together. And I know this is kind of difficult to see, but I'm going to really try to do the best I can. Now, the last row that we did, row 16, okay, what we did was we started by joining. We did a chaining up of 3, slip stitch, and then chaining of 3, and then we continued on back towards our crazy amassing loops, okay, back towards the center. So for row 17, what we need to do is start by chaining up 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we have to go through these loops. My goodness gracious me, I know. So also, again, be sure that your piece is not twisted. I can't stress that enough, because if it is, well, you're going to have to undo some stitches, and that's no fun. So after chaining up 3, we're going to go through 7 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now, you'll notice that there are 2 loops left over. That is what you want, and then the next one is connected. So you do want 2 loops to be unconnected at this point. Trust me. Do you trust me? I hope you do. All right, so right now we need to draw the yarn through the 7 loops. Again, be careful that you don't get your hook caught on your chains. That's no fun. And then bring it through that loop there. Boom. Okay. Then we need to chain 3 again. 1, 2, 3. Turn the work. And then back into these stitches we are going to work. Now, here's kind of the tricky part. Okay, so we chained 3 into the first stitch, do a single crochet, into the second, do a half double. Now, again, this is weird, but it works. Okay, so after doing your half double, slip stitch into the first of the available 2 loops, this bottom one here. Okay, we did all this cinching here. So after doing your half double, slip stitch into the first available loop, because right now, so we've got the bottom one, and then we have the top one, and that one's already connected. So slip stitch into the bottom one, like so. Okay, then going back to our stitches, because we need these 2 doubles that are still left over. See, we did the single, the half double, then we slip stitched, then do double, and then double, and then slip stitch to the last open loop. Like so. Now, feel free to pause, to rewind, to breathe. Breathing is good. Yes, breathing is very helpful, I have found. And if you look, check it out. It's all nice and finished, and it's all connected. Now, yes, obviously you can, if you're confident with how it is, you can then cut your tail and then sew in your ends. And so the top edge looks nice and neat and finished and homogeneous with the rest of the project. And I'm really quite happy with how I was able to finagle and figure this bit out, because I know that it's tricky, and that's why I decided to film the entire process, because it took me a while to figure out, and I'm trying to have this be as painless as possible for you guys. So, and I'm doing the best I can here, and I hope you guys can appreciate that fact. So, that being said, and that being the case, that is the Bruges lace shawl. Now, of course, mine is much smaller than you would make it, but you get the idea of how you can begin and finish your piece. And of course, like I said, you can make this as big or as small as you want. Just have fun with it. Go crazy. So, my goodness. I didn't know if I was going to be able to show that on camera, but I think I did okay. I hope so. So, with that being said, I really hope you enjoyed this. And if you did, please give a little thumbs up button down below, because I appreciate your appreciation as always. And also further appreciation to Lion Brand. Again, thank you so much for sponsoring this video. Thank you for providing the yarn, and thank you for everybody watching. And if you want to see more videos, please hit subscribe, because I do try to post often, whether it's knitting, crocheting, audiobook narration, or my other YouTube channel, Fiber Spider Games, where I do video game playthrough and commentary. Would love to see you there. And also feel free to check out my Etsy store. And, I am trying to post things more regularly as of late, especially with the holidays only a few months away. Well, you can never, be too prepared, I always say. So, without further ado, I'm going to say I want all of you to stay inspired, stay caffeinated, and above all, stay stitching. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.